Alright, once the unit starts up and it's in the measure phase, let me get my pen, it's in the measure phase, just confirm that if you're in fresh air that the measure that you're getting a 0 ppm, we're not getting 3, 4, 5, that you're not getting numbers that you wouldn't expect to see. So first thing you do is just, again, a quick visual. Is it doing what you expect it to do? Next we're going to go into the internal settings and check things out. So our first level menu, press the right and left arrow buttons together and you'll get to the internal menu. Starts with fill bag, alarm level, empty bag, and we're going to scroll through this list till we get to faults to begin with, and we're just going to go into faults, press the up or down keys and just scan through the faults. As you move through them you'll see the fault, a fault code followed by the date the fault was recorded, and what I want to do is just take a quick breeze through here and see all the different faults that the instrument has been registering. This particular one has teetered between fault code 40 and no fault at all, and if you look at your documentation, fault code 40 is what's called a bag fill flow fault. So it's simply the internal fresh air bag from time to time doesn't fill as quickly as it should. That can point to a bag wearing out, could point to a lot of things. Not a critical fault, just something to keep aware of when we're doing the test. Hit escape to get back to our main menu, and next thing we want to go to is the diag menu, D-I-A-G, and if you hold down the right arrow key and then press enter, you'll get to the diag screen. First thing you're going to see is the revision level of the software. This particular one says revision 2.11, which is fine. Next thing we're going to do is hit the escape key, and this gets to a second level menu where we can control some of the internal calibration settings of the unit. So first thing we want to go into is something called Digipot. It's the first thing you come to on the second level. Hit enter, and all we want to do is record the numbers that we see here. We're going to see something called Digipot and something called IR volt. We want to record what the IR volt is at this current time. This particular one says 4.326, should be 4.2. So after we finish the calibration we're going to come back here and adjust those numbers. Right now we're just recording what's here. So hit escape to get back to our menu. Next thing we want to look at is something called temp, COS. This is our temperature coefficient. So again, move the menu there, hit enter, and confirm that the number that's recorded here, this is negative 00204, is the same as the number that's recorded on the side of the unit. If the internal battery has gone, what you'll probably see in here instead of an actual number is you'll just see all zeros, and that means that the internal lithium battery has failed. Again, hit escape to get back out. Next we're going to go to the IR menu and enter. And what I'm interested in here is the milliwatt MW rating. This one says 450. I record all the numbers on something, but the MW milliwatt rating is the most important for us. And escape to get back. Other things that are in the second level menu is where you could control the model unit. The other thing that's interesting to record, that I like to record, is something called power up, PWR-UP, and this shows us, this will tell us how many times the unit has been started and stopped since its last calibration. This particular one shows 538 starts, which means this unit has quite a bit of use since its last calibration. Sometimes you see numbers as low as 20, sometimes you see 500. So we hit escape twice, and that'll bring us back to the main menu. And last thing I want to check, two more things to check here. One is called P-check, which is our pressure check. Go in here, and this is going to test the health of the pump. And so I want to check two numbers in here. One, what it's recording as the ambient pressure in the room. This is 14.54. As long as it's around 14 point something, you're fine. That's the ambient pressure. And then the other thing we're interested in seeing is what the number is in this lower left-hand side. And this is the actual pressure differential between what the pump is pulling to the outside air. That's essentially our vacuum pressure. And so we want to make sure that this number is in acceptable range. And we hit escape to get out of that menu. And lastly, I'll check the clock just to see if that's proper. And that is in good shape. That shows that it's October 30th, 2015 around 9 o'clock, and that is correct. So we can get all the way back out.